This is Fire Pro Wrestling World. Let's give it a shot.
Alright. So I wish I could be playing this as well, but I'm not going to be setting up all of the Windows nonsense for the Mac, so I'm just here as a viewer.
So we'll go straight into a game and just have a fight basically and see what happens. So I've had a little quick go at this. So I've downloaded some characters already off of the store.
Are these paid? These are paid characters, or
no, all free. So these are
okay,
ones that
nice.
people have created. So let's go with Shinsuke Nakamura. A couple of alternate costumes. I don't know how people have. I've not played with the edit mode, so I don't know how people have done this. Player 1, excellent. And then we will fight.
So from what I understand, this has a very deep customization.
Yes.
Pretty much everything you want.
Yeah, so absolutely. So these are some ones that are pre-made, if you like. They look a bit generic, don't they? Let's fight Blood Angel.
Yeah.
Let's just leave it as leave it standard. Let's just read the settings. CPU level 1. I assume that's the easiest. Loads of rules. Let's just leave it on default and kick it off. So I had one little go at this earlier. So I'm not going to be brilliant. So I think coming up in the future, there's going to be ability to have custom music for entrances as well.
Oh wow!
So you're really going to be able to customize a lot. I think you can customize the ring. I'm not sure you can customize the arena. We'll have a look at that and see what you can do. Oh, look, that's actually his. I don't know if they've had to animate that or if it's already in the game, but that's an animation that he actually does. So in old Fire Pro games, what they've done is take a lot of wrestling people and put sort of alternate versions on them so they can use them without getting too sued. Obviously with the customization, people have been able to name and accurately put together all of these people. As long as the moves are in there, which they are. So here we go. So let's kick it off. Alright.
So are these characters based on real Japanese wrestlers primarily, or is it just a mix of?
From what I can tell, the wrestlers are already in the game, just a generic wrestlers that they've made up. I don't know if they might be based on people. That's unclear. But certainly, it doesn't matter hugely because you can customize it and make your own, or you can download so many different ones. Oh, that's excellent.
All right, so what I'm noticing is now I don't know if this is just because I'm viewing, but there's no HUD, there's no energy meter or stamina meter or.
Yep, correct. There's nothing. So your indicator is really from how tired people look and how much damage you think you've done to them during the game.
Ah.
So my controls are really simple. So moving around is obvious, and I've got a light, a medium, and a heavy attack. And I've got each of that in normal standing and in punching. And then if I hold the left bumper, let's just knock this guy down so I can show you. Come on. It's not working now, is it? There we go. If I hold the left bumper, he breathes. So that's me recovering my stamina so I don't look quite as tired.
That really adds a whole different element of strategy to the game. That's quite unique actually. I don't even know if I don't think I've seen it before in a fighting game.
So I've played a lot of UFC 2 and that has a stamina meter and you regain that by basically doing nothing. And similarly the latest WWE game, I keep doing the same move. The latest WWE game also has a stamina meter, but again that has sort of tiers of stamina, if you like.
Well, yeah, what I meant by that specifically is that you at least get meters that let you know your stamina level.
Oh,
but this
sorry.
thing, you're going in blind essentially, so you've got to be really really up to speed on your management.
Yeah, you need to be watching what you're doing really, and not getting too tired. The fact that his actual taunts are in is oh, that's excellent. Is really good. And of course, really, if they get the mechanics of this game right, you sort of have got an infinite game, an infinite roster, and there's no limit to the amount of characters that you can have. And obviously, because you can keep creating and customizing, as soon as anything changes in real life, you can mimic all those wrestlers. Plus, you can have really all of the dream matches that you'd want to have.
Yeah, there are a few older wrestling games, I think from like the early PlayStation era, that they still have an active community, and because of the depth of the customization that they offered, you can still pick up and play those games, and they have a big following. And with a game like this, as you said, it's got infinite possibilities really, and as long as the Japanese developers are happy for the community, and they're happy to support that, then this could go on for forever. And like what I'm drawn to is it's really old school. I know that this is a big deal. This series, it's always been held in high esteem, and I really love these old graphics. It just put me back in mind of the Mega Drive wrestling games. It's like simple, but the level of combat is quite deep, so it's not all on the surface level.
That's right, and what I like about it is obviously it looks quite simple, but actually the characters, you can tell them apart. You have got real characters in here. You've also got different things you can do in terms of you can get in and out of the ring, which is again is what you'd expect, but it doesn't really seem to lose much by way of function. This guy's pretty much dead, so I think we can finish him off now. Actually, let's do that. Come on.
How would you compare it then to modern, say, the WWE simulated wrestling games in terms of just the controls? Is it very different?
Yeah, it is. I mean, the new ones are so complicated, to be honest, that you really need to know your controls, whereas this is essentially 4 buttons, or 3 attack buttons and a run. That's it.
Yeah.
So much simpler.
So they have their own. You can give them their own poses, and I suppose they have their own special move names there.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to do this. Let's have a look at the wrestler edit. So you might be a little bit behind me here on the live stream. But...
Well, I'm seeing you now just on the offline play there exhibition edit mode. So we're going to the edit mode. So what are you going to do? You're going to create a wrestler here?
Yeah, we're going to try and create a wrestler. I mean, I won't mess around with it too much, but we'll just have a look at the stuff that you can...
No, it's good to explore.
That you can do.
There are options. All right.
Okay, so there's quite a lot of customization that you can do in terms of the profiles, the name, where they're from, weight class and such. Appearance is the biggest, probably. Oh, wow. Okay, wow. Okay, so there's masses of customization here, more than I was expecting actually. Lots of stuff that you can do. Head size, we're going to make him have a really big head. Okay, make him a bit beefier up top. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, just loads of stuff. I mean, to be honest, it's a little bit overwhelming.
Yeah, but you're gonna be rewarded for your time spent, I presume. At least that's the good thing. You've got your, this is a character that's gonna say, this is you presenting yourself. These are the kind of customizations in this day and age. A lot of games should be offering stuff like this. Even games like Skyrim and are still very limited. For what this is, it's quite impressive what I'm seeing.
And this is early access as well, so they're only really going to be adding stuff to this. You'd be thinking.
You're going a bit Hulkster on us.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing, to be honest. Oh, colour, okay, right. So, well, you can see this.
Is there a reason? Is that greyed out because it's not available, or is it just because a lot of these items are just grey and I can't really tell them apart?
No, I think this is layers. So they're building layer on layer, basically.
Oh, I see. It's almost
so as you select one, you can have another layer. So I've got this guy's got red hair. I'm going to give him a black headband. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
it
this
wouldn't
is
be
on
that
from
red,
that.
really,
So when
but-
you're in this part section, I see you're picking a grey thing which you colour in yourself. That's very
yeah,
cool.
exactly. Oh, I confirmed that too early. Oh, right, that was appearance. Skill. Okay, so I missed a bit in appearance somewhere because... Oh, part, face, okay, so look, yeah, look, you can do that with everything, basically. You can go nuts. You'd spend a lifetime.
Let's check his.
Doing-
Can we check his armors or anything that he can? I say armor. Here we go. So
Yeah, I mean, you're not supposed to call it armor, really.
no.
Well, but saying that, if you
I
wanted to put armor on
go
them,
Legion of Doom. I
you,
don't know.
you probably could put armor on them. Let's see if we can do that.
I suppose I should. Yeah. How crazy can you go with the?
You can. Well, you can see. You can have a guy with
so
a
what's
bra.
that sticking up on his.
I mean, yeah. You could go crazy with it. Really, there are ones online that people have done already. They've made bears, panda bears. I've seen polar bears, aliens, devils. The cast of Street Fighter on there somewhere.
Oh, brilliant.
Goku. So you've got all this parameter stuff as well, so you can choose how much they're likely to do certain things. So if you were creating a wrestler in real life and you knew that they would basically throw punches and kicks and nothing else, you could go and like turn all their punches and kicks up full.
Yeah.
This is attack and defense. So edit their stats. Maybe that's stats. This is the logic bit. Sorry, I'm getting it wrong.
Now I just want to. I've just seen it. So you get 260 to distribute. Is that right?
Yes, that's attribute
Is that
points.
what that's saying in the edit point?
Yeah, yes, they were your attribute points of which you can spend. Really, and I've just moved into the logic piece. So as you play these guys as AI, you can choose percentage chance of them doing these different things. I mean, it's just a phenomenal amount of customization really that you can do. What else have we done?
It's really good, and I've spoken about it before. Any game that gives you an option to customize your character, I'm happy to spend however long it takes before I start the game to get the absolute. This is the kind of game I would load up and I would spend potentially hours just getting what I consider the ideal wrestler to represent me. That's very, very impressive. So we're looking at these are your special moves now, right?
Yes, this is your move list, so you can customize. What I like about this as well is that you can put voices on some of the moves, not all of them. So if you want some of them to make a little noise, you can do that.
All right. So tell me again, what are you playing on right now in terms of controllers?
So I'm actually using an Xbox 360 controller. No, sorry, that's a lie. An Xbox One controller is what I'm using at the moment.
And what are the like the button assignments for that then? Like, is there light kicks, mediums, heavies, and then like your specials or combination of buttons to do this?
No, so it's you can see it on the moveset actually a little bit. You've basically got small, medium, and big, which is X, A, and B across the bottom.
So with these special moves that this move set, is there a limit to how many special moves here you can assign to a character? Because I'm not quite seeing it on this end. Or is that?
I don't think so. So these are all conditions in which you can do stuff. So you can have a move for every position basically, including taunts. So you can have a taunt for every direction on the analog stick. Yeah, I mean, I think an absolutely phenomenal amount of different moves and positions that you can have to do stuff in. You can even rename the moves themselves. So if you're not happy with how they are, you can rename it.
It does look quite daunting. Looking at this it's like looking at Mortal Kombat or something. There are so many options there. Can you do things like combos and does it support that type of, or is it just punch, kick, and special move? Or because I want like a better understanding of how of the play style, and whether it's less of your punchy kick and more about the grappling. I was just thinking, I'm having this flashback of the Amiga boxing game called 4D Sports Boxing by Mindscape. and I used to love that game because it was so customizable. Customizable, you could create all your characters and make their own names, and it's very cool.
I think that's what you want in these sorts of things, though. Really, you want to be able to really customize it all, and I mean, this is like ring customization now. You kind of just go.
This has the potential to be. Yeah, this is really. They've left no stone unturned. They've got everything at your disposal here. You're really spoiled for choice.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just messing around. I'm not even doing it properly, so I'm just exploring the customizations.
If you can create your own banners and stuff. I wonder if you can add any text to that, or what you can do to.
Workshop is Steam Workshop. Belt edits. I think this is just it. Wrestler, referee, team, ring, and belt. But of course, it's early access, so they're still adding to this, really, which is great. And there's a mission mode. I don't know what that is. I guess that's kind of like their campaign. Battle Royale, Tournament, League, Exhibition. Let's try a gruesome fighting match. Feels like something we should try.
So right now, is it a case of the PS4 is to be confirmed, or has it been confirmed?
So I don't think it has. Well, it has been confirmed that they expect it to come out on PS4.
Right.
Doesn't mean it necessarily will, but that's the goal, basically.
Okay. But by all accounts, the only word is that this is doing quite well, right?
Yeah, massive hit, I think would be fair to say.
So as we go through this match, it'd be really, I'd like to know more about how the controls are like working, kind of like what you're doing as you're playing, because it's just helps to get a feel of which buttons are essential, and if it's more grappling style or now we're in the cage. Nice.
Okay, so three attacks. So again, you're a bit behind on the stream. So I've got a normal standard light chop on this one, which is my light attack. My medium attack is a leg kick.
Those slaps, they really connect.
I'm not very good at getting that position.
How's the feedback on when you land a punch? It feels like you're connecting there, and it's.
Yeah, it's hard to describe really. I mean, as you can see, because it's sprites, it's a bit weird getting in the right place.
Mm-hmm.
But when you have to get the right position, really, which I'm struggling with a little bit because I've only just started playing it, but I will get the hang of it eventually.
I can kind of see what you mean. It's like some of these older games where if you were restricted to a certain plane, it was quite hard to even if you feel like your character is lined up with the next one to land a hit, it wouldn't necessarily connect, especially when you're playing some of those earlier brawler games, the side-scrolling games. This seems a little bit like that, but it doesn't look.
Yeah, you're right. It's almost got a Streets of Rage feel about it. That's in the round one. Okay, so this is basically their UFC mode, which I've not played in a Fire Pro game before. I don't know if it has been in some of the more recent Fire Pro games. And obviously they're capitalising on the popularity of mixed martial arts. I don't know if the moveset's changed as a result. Actually, I think they might have done. I think I might have saw that in the moveset. Obviously, this isn't a UFC move. This is a wrestling move. Boston Crab. The grappling is probably the weirdest thing to get to grips with in some ways, because you initiate a grapple just by walking into somebody. Then you do the move by having the right level of timing.
And how would you do that move? So once you move into them, is it then just a case of the direction that you're pushing with a combination of buttons, or?
Exactly that. So when you go into a grapple, you can then either go light, medium, or heavy, and I think light, medium, heavy in a direction. Although I'll have to figure that out as I get into the customization aspect of it. But certainly, it's simple to initiate the grapples, and it's all about timing rather than button bashing. Although when it comes to be escaping pin submissions. I mean, I'm spinning the stick now, which you might hear because it's quite noisy. I think that's what you have to do.
Which is why I was curious if it supported arcade sticks, because I feel like they're just, you want something quite robust. You don't want to knacker your only controller if that's all you have.
No, exactly. I mean, to be honest, that's part of why I went with the Xbox One pad in the first place, just because it's older for me, and not so much that, but I play it less, so
yeah,
I won't be as upset. This guy's pretty much finished. Smashing his face in.
He's actually not done that much, has he, this guy? So is this a very simple AI that you've picked for the purpose of this, or is it just...
Yeah, it's on the lowest level of AIs, basically.
Okay.
Then when you finish the matches...
I was expecting him to do all kinds of jumping around, assuming he's a luchador.
Yeah, I think he is. Oh, whoops.
Alright.
So you can beat him up a little bit once the game's over as well, or get beaten up back by them. It's a bit weird, but I suppose that's good. So one thing then I've not yet tried, which I'm eager to try, is some of the more. Let's try landmine deathmatch. That sounds like something good.
Is that exactly as it sounds?
Yeah.
Alright. Down for that?
Oh, I'm selecting people I've downloaded. I don't really know what their moves are, but we'll give it a try. Be interested to see how many players you can actually have. I guess like you can have 8 on the screen at once. So we'll give that a try and so on, see what it.
It says Bray Wyatt, but I see the Undertaker when I look at this guy. I don't know my.
Well, a lot of people compare him and the Undertaker together, not necessarily through looks, although obviously on here it's a bit difficult.
Yeah.
But in terms of personality, he's a bit of a. He sort of started off as a cult leader, really, with his Wyatt family, and he gets quite a good, because he's like a character wrestler, really. Obviously, quite a big, almost a fan favourite, even though he's not supposed to be. But what's weird is that he loses almost every match. His loss record is outstanding, frankly. Obviously, it's not a real loss; it's a scripted loss, but nonetheless, it's not exactly great. You know, why should, as a fan, you cheer this character that continually loses? So what's the point?
Well, he's the villain, isn't it? I suppose if you're talking about.
But in this day and age, though, the villains get cheered. You know, you love to hate somebody, but actually, if they're entertaining to watch, you might want them to win.
It's funny because it has been a number of years since I've watched WWE and I mean like religiously, and it's funny because I'm watching Glow at the moment, and we've just got to episode 7 where they have their first recorded match, and it's brilliant because, as you said, they're all in there and they're all cheering the villain, this awful Russian villainess played by Alison Brie, and it's brilliant stuff. So yeah, it's the same with a lot of things. You know, a good villain everyone loves to hate.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
it is good.
Right, so Royal Rumble.
I made a mistake there in that I didn't
match.
select any characters to play as myself, so I had to do a quick quit out and restart that match. That's fine. Now I can play.
But did you have the right thing? Because it looked like a barbed wire cage, or was there landmines?
This is a landmine deathmatch.
Okay.
What's the landmine deathmatch?
like
You say? No idea. I mean, I have to say, it's carnage. I can't even remember who's on my team, to be honest. I just selected them all at random.
I don't know what's going on.
I know who I am.
Into the barbed wire, they look brilliant. I wonder if it has. Does it have blood effects in this? Or
don't know. It has weapons.
yeah, I'm just wondering. You go face first too many times into these things, it's going to get quite.
Yeah, I can't believe you've not got blood. I mean, to be honest, they might have it in and just not added that bit in there and got the mechanics ready so it can go on early access.
Yeah, it could be like an option they want to build in where, depending on the age range playing, maybe you can switch it on and off. Maybe they're trying to avoid a certain But I think if you've got a game like this, it's already clearly as violent as it is. I'll just throw a little bit in there.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you've got a landmine deathmatch, it's not one for the kids, really. Cool. It's, I mean, I have to say, I really like the style of this. It reminds me of playing the WWE game in the arcades, which I think was like WWF WrestleMania, that all the characters were like a bit big and chunky, and they looked a bit like this. You can move around in a sort of 3D-ish space. I
agree. It gets straight down to the action, doesn't it? A lot of the games now, because they're so advanced, they do throw in everything like the big fancy intros and the pyrotechnics and like the pixel perfect renderings of everyone. But there's a certain amount of charm to games like this, and I can see why they endure, especially this franchise, as long as it has. And it's kind of surprising that it's huge in Japan, and I think it's only really big with those who import the games. Perhaps I don't recall it ever having like I don't think it ever had like a big Western release, did it? This series.
No, not really. It did on Game Boy Advance. It came out over here. Okay. I think it might have came out in the States on Dreamcast.
That rings a bell, actually. Yeah, I do, because I had the Dreamcast.
Not sure if Kane's bleeding, but I think that's just his costume. That actually, yeah, it's just his costume. Okay.
Yeah, it is hard to tell, isn't it?
I keep chucking these guys into the barbed wire. Oh, am I bleeding? My face bleeding?
Oh, you are? No, wait, no, you're not. Is that the hair?
Well, there's definitely blood in the ring. Look at that.
There is,
see it?
Yeah, nice.
So there is blood in this. Oh, I've been forgetting to breathe.
It's kind of the animation's quite funny there, the blood just hovering around.
What I quite like as well on this is that all the animations are consistent. One of the problems they've had, I think, with the WWE games is that where they've animated new moves, they look very, very good. But they've left in, over the years, much older moves. And not only do they look worse, but the speed of them is different. So you have some moves that are done very, very quickly, some that are done very slowly. Sometimes they'll jump off the turnbuckle and get like incredible height. And it just is completely out of proportion to the scale of the ring. And I think that's because where they've changed ring sizes and things over years, they've not updated the animations.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I imagine it's probably easier to animate a move in a 2D space than it is in a 3D space, but I'm no expert.
Yeah.
So what I want to do really is chuck this guy out of the ring. Jesus, someone's getting their face bashed in over there. One thing I don't have to do is block, if there is a block. See. Oh, see, he went out, didn't he? There's got to be a way to throw people onto those barbed wires, but I'm not sure what that is. I mean, I might need to go and read the instructions, to be honest. It's probably a good place to start.
Oh, nearly there. So that's the problem I've had with some of the more modern wrestling games. When I try to play them, I find that when you just want to do something simple like a throw, it's not just a case of picking them up, but you kind of have to do like a certain combination to enter that throw. At least, and I can't recall the games they are.
Oh! Someone just went out onto the barbed wire and it blew up. I'm not sure how that happened.
Oh, I missed that somehow.
You might not have got to that bit yet, depending on how far your stream is behind. Yeah, there you go.
So admittedly, I was expecting landmines inside the ring.
Oh, well that's barbaric. it's great fun, isn't it? I mean, it just is like insane. The irony as well is like how much simpler it looks. It's probably a much more realistic portrayal of wrestling. Oh, it's all over. Than some of the other ones that you see.
It's just a pile of half-naked men riding on the floor.
Yeah, yeah. It's complete damage, isn't it? So we won, but I mean, did we really win?
I think all of us watching won.
I think so too.
That was quite cool. And I liked that it was kind of short and sweet, really. I don't know what the average length of a match is for something like this. All right, so that was 10 minutes. Was that really 10 minutes?
I think it's 10 minutes game time. No,
yeah,
I don't think it's 10 minutes actual
really sure.
real time.
Now
so
the
yeah, this is-
soundtrack that's playing is this existing licensed music, or is it exclusive to the game?
no idea. I
assume it's
think it's
Japanese.
probably game music, but I mean it's all right. I turned it off in the match because it was driving me nuts.
Right. Okay.
I really like music in games like this, really. But that's personal
This
preference.
guy looks quite mobile.
Doesn't he? This is like agility against power and strength, I think.
So you got a bit of speed on your side.
Hopefully. I mean, we'll need it with these barbed wire ropes. Oh wow! Oh wow! He's gone straight for it, hasn't he? Yikes! Headlock takeover, cheeky.
Oh, now I was going to say before you pick the steel bar that it'd be good to see if this guy can do all these fancy jumping off the ropes, but we're not going to try that.
No. Oh wow!
All, Ricky the Dragon on him.
This guy's
That's showing my age.
Oh wow!
Okay, so that was cool.
Exploding barbed wire ropes.
How he kind of got you from the back there. You notice? Ah, no, actually no. I did think for a second he went into the barbed wire and the blood was on the wire, but you can actually see it's got red bits on it. So.
Yeah, I think those little red things are explosives, actually.
Ah, okay, like firecrackers or something.
Yeah, something like that. The scary thing is that this is actually a real match. Cool, look at these elbows.
I like the sound effects. I just like that they're really meaty blows there.
Kimura? No, kick out of that. Yeah, it does enough. It's what you want, really.
And games like this I don't know if it does this with the wrestling ones. I like how it's just in keeping with the spirit of the sport. So you're landing the blows, and every time you land the blow, you're stomping your foot on the ground to make the sound, and it does have that feel of authenticity to it, but it's obviously very out there.
Yeah, definitely. It's great.
It's nice attention to details.
It's little things, isn't it?
So there was an example where it looked like you weren't quite on the same plane as that character, because that looked like it should have connected that kick that you made. I think it missed.
Yeah, I think there's just a bit of practice there of working out like where the planes are, and maybe that's something they'll tweak as well in terms of like collision zones, collision detection. What's like the hitbox area, if you like. Oh dear, this is bad. Yikes. Yeah, I was never going to beat him with that.
It's kind of like a Sergeant Slaughter guy, isn't he?
He's got a bit of a military feel. He's doing a lot more submissions than I was expecting he would be, actually. What I really need to learn to do is how to do some of these counters. I don't know if they're happening just naturally to balance the game, or if it's because of my stamina or my health or what.
See, until I pick it up myself, I'm concerned that it's got far too many moves for its own good.
Well, there's a lot of moves, but it's about the context of which when you do the move, if that makes sense. So the moves are at different positions because again, I'm only using those 3 buttons.
Right. Nice.
And then these bigger moves, I'm able to do later on. Oh, that was a good one.
And is this a taunt? Is this like a separate?
Yeah, just flick the right stick in a direction. That was.
Oh, very cool. Is this getting towards the end now? You both look knackered.
Yeah, I'm doing moves and they're just laying on the floor, passed out. Keep doing the same move actually, which isn't great.
Brilliant.
Oh. Actually, spinning the stick isn't that. It's probably not great for my controller, but it's working out quite well in terms of being able to do it easily. It's not like you're smashing the buttons because that used to be a real pain. So yeah, lots of modes, lots of variety, and plus you can tweak all of these modes in terms of the rule sets as well. I'm just playing the standard 3 count, but you can, tweak it to your heart's content really. And there's a big variety. It looked like.
Now this is this currently online as well? Does this offer online, the beta?
I want to say yes. I think it does.
Okay.
Give that a try next and see how it works. To be honest. We can see there's definitely blood. This guy's in a pool of blood now. He's an absolute mess.
Yeah, he slowed down a bit there with his reactions, I think. I think he could have took you out while you were dancing there.
Yeah. Oh, that's surely the end.
So, really what I should have done, because it's showing you how quickly the time's counting there. So, I'd say realistically, it's probably 5 minutes.
I would think so, yeah.
Thought that was it.
He's doing a very good job of powering through, though. Oh, he's in a terrible state, though. Look, blood everywhere.
As you say, though, it's you've got a character who's got. Nah, that was cool. You've got a character that probably doesn't hit as hard, but he's quick, so you've just got to beat on him a bit.
Yeah, exactly.
More than had the roles been reversed.
Exactly.
I think he's ready to go down.
God, I can't believe it. I can't believe he's kicking out still. I don't know what to do to beat this guy, to be honest.
Quite late on that one.
I like it when it's close and it flashes up with the 2.9, which is excellent.
That's the one. Come on.
Oh goodness, this guy's so tough. Oh, into the barbed wire ropes. That's the end. Come on.
I actually thought you managed to reverse that.
And this is on also the easiest difficulty.
Oh wow.
And it's, oh, that's not
All
a
right,
good camera
come on,
angle.
This is it.
Thing is, it's like a little kick now, a light kick, and he goes down. Ah, there we go, it's all over.
I think he's dragging that last one out. That's a big pause between 2 and 3. Just like real life. There we go.
So yeah, that's it. That's Fire Pro World. Good
stuff. I like what I see.
Yeah, so I think when it comes out on PlayStation, they'll have a hit on their hands if it's the right price. I mean, it's 15 quid now on early access. I
will pick this up in a second. If this comes out on the PS4 for like £10 to £15, then yeah, take my money. It's I tend to go with the fighters like Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat and whatnot, Injustice. But I'm definitely open to this one. It looks a lot of fun.